So just starting with the soles of the feet together, knees open, lying back with the shoulder blades underneath, on top of the block. You're going to have your arms up and over your head, let the backs of the hands rest on the floor. Just allow yourself that little moment to just settle in that shape. Almost like you're changing the shape of the spine. And also having a little bit of time to transition from your sleeping mode into this a little bit more awake mode. Eyes closed, face relaxed, especially your jaw. So allow the jaw to relax. Just noticing the air moving in and out through your nose as you breathe. Slowing your breathing down, just bringing your awareness to the breath. Today's class is going to be a mix of everything that we've played with this week. So if it's your first time on today, don't worry, this will be brand new for you. But if you have been on this week, then it might be a nice refresher just to repeat and to see how it feels in your body now. So we'll take one more breath here in this shape. Really feeling the belly, the rib cage, the chest expand on the breath in. And everything relaxing on the breath out. Now bring the knees back up together, your feet flat onto the floor. And take the feet as wide as the mat and just let the knees windscreen wiper. So the right knee falls into the center of the mat, comes back up. And then the left knee falls into the center and comes back up. And you just alternate like that, going from one leg to the other. Just starting to awaken the inner and outer hips. And then you can walk your feet closer together and just roll off the block. So you're rolling off to one side. You take the block away and lay back down onto your mat. If you had the block there, that is. So have your palms flat on the floor and extend your left leg out straight. And without using your hands, just bring your right knee into your chest. Just see how that feels there. Try and squeeze your belly button back. Try and feel the whole of your spine on the floor. And flex your left foot so you can feel the back of the left leg on the floor as well. Take a breath in, filling yourself up. And exhale, draw your belly button back. See if you can bring that right thigh a little bit closer in towards your chest. Now bring your right ankle towards your face and turn the right knee out towards the right side. And see how much you can move the leg in that way without using your hands. And then take the ankle out towards the right side, the knee in towards the left side. So going from side to side like that, just seeing how the leg moves within the hip. Thinking about the inner and the outer rotation. So as the right knee moves over to the right and the foot towards the head, outer rotating the leg. And then inner rotating the leg as you do the opposite. Last time, opening it up towards the right. And then bringing the knee in towards the left. So now taking a big circle, bring the right foot towards your face, the right knee out to the side. And then just let the knee fall towards the floor on the right side a little bit. And extend the right leg straight. Hover it off the floor. Turn the right toes up to the sky with the legs straight. And then bring the knee into the chest. Squeeze it in. Keep your hands on the floor. And again, bringing your right foot towards your face. If you need to take a little peek, if you're not quite sure what I'm doing, then have a little look. And then let the right knee fall towards the floor on the right side, just seeing how it feels in the right hip. Straightening the right leg. Hover it off the floor, and then turn the toes up to the sky. Try one last time, bringing your right knee into your chest. Squeeze the belly button back. Bring the right foot towards your face. Feel the leg out to rotate. Let the knee fall towards the right side a little bit. Try not to let the left hip lift. Extend your right leg straight. And then point the toes towards the sky and bring the right knee into your chest. Yeah, let your right leg extend flat onto the mat and bring the left knee in. Notice the heat that you created in that right hip now. And now start to think about how we can get that same feeling in the left hip. So you're drawing your belly button back, you're pressing through your hands, feeling as much of the spine on the floor as you can. And try to use the strength in your legs to bring that knee in towards your chest. Flex your right foot, feel the back of the leg on the floor. And then start to bring your left ankle towards your face, the left knee out towards the side. There might be less movement on this side, there certainly is for me. And then take the left ankle over towards the left, the knee in towards the center. So you're moving slowly and mindfully. Taking that left ankle towards the face, knee out towards the side. And then reverse it, take it so that you're inner rotating the leg. A few more times, just bringing the ankle to the face. Feel the outer rotation in the left hip. And then moving the foot over towards the left side. Last time, bringing the foot towards the face. Starting to feel, hopefully, that heat building in your hip. And then taking the foot over to the left, inner rotating the leg. So now this time, bring the left ankle towards your face. Just see how that feels there. Can you try and outer rotate that leg a bit more? Let the knee fall towards the left side. Don't let the right hip lift as you straighten the left leg. And then turn the toes up towards the sky and bring the knee back into your chest. And again, bringing the foot towards the face, so outer rotating the leg. Letting the knee fall towards the left side. Straightening that left leg, hovering it off the floor. And then toes straight up towards the sky. Good. So last time, bring the left knee into your chest. How's the lower back started to lift? Can you squeeze it down? Bring the left foot towards your face. Let the knee fall towards the left. Straighten the leg, hover it off the floor. And then turn the toes upwards. Good. And then bring the left knee back into your chest. Good. So now bring your right knee into your chest and split the knees apart, have the toes touching. Take both arms over the crook of each elbow, interlace the fingers and then squeeze the hands back towards your chest. And you can take a little rock from side to side. Try and flatten the back on the floor. Feel the massage on the lower back, on either side of the spine. And hopefully some heat in your hips already. We'll take the hands behind the thighs now, and then just start to roll up and down the spine, nice and easy, massaging the spine. And we're going to come into a forward fold. Okay, so once you come up to seated, extend your legs straight, hands by your hips, try and lift yourself up nice and tall, and then just fold over those legs. So just first little sensations in your hamstrings there. How are they doing? If you feel like having your knees bent is going to help you to look after your back a little bit more, then do that. Otherwise, inhale, try and lift the head and chest up like you're rippling through your spine. And then exhale, fold over the leg. Try that 2 more times. Inhale, lifting the head, chest up just into like a little ripple. And then lower yourself back down. Last time, inhale, push through the fingertips, lift the head and chest up. And then exhale, fold back down. Okay, just see where you get to. You could rock from side to side. That feels nice for me. It's exploring the hamstrings this morning. Last thing before we get going, roll your way back up to seated and just roll over onto your left side. So you come onto the outer left leg. You have your hands pressing down into the floor. This is the harder option. Or you have your forearm onto the floor, slightly easier. You're going to bend your right leg and press your right foot in front of your left leg. Take a breath in. Flex your left foot. And as you exhale, try and lift that left leg up off the floor. And lower down. Big breath in. Exhale, lift that left leg off the floor. See how much you can lift it up. And lower back down. Now imagine you're going to stand on this right foot. And as you exhale, push down to your right foot as you lift the left leg. Good. All right, lowering the leg back down, getting into those inner thighs there. Lifting yourself back up, we'll swing the right leg back to the front of the mat. And then just roll onto your right side. So same thing now. Take your hands so they're just facing away. If you feel like it's going to be a little difficult, then come down onto your forearm. Left leg bent, press the left foot on the floor and flex through the foot. Breathing in. Breathing out, trying to lift that right leg up now. So it might be feel a little different to the other side. Lower back down again with the breath out. Push the heel away and then lift the foot up. And don't worry if it doesn't come up too much. Lower back down. Last time. Pushing through the right leg. See if you can lift it up. Maybe a bit higher this time, really stepping onto that left foot. And then lower down. Good. So extend both legs out. And we're going to come into a child's pose. Pushing the hips back into your heels. And then relaxing the tummy, the chest, the head down into the mat. Have your feet together and your knees together. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Push your hips back into your heels. Try and relax there. Relax the back, relax the feet, relax the legs. Hips should be nice and warm, nice and ready. As you breathe in, can you feel your belly expand against your thighs? You feel that connection. And as you breathe out, let everything relax. Looking forwards, come up onto all fours. And then just start with some cat-cows, letting your belly drop, lift the head and chest up. And as you exhale, the tail tucks and you round into the back and your chin comes to the chest. 2 more times, letting the belly drop, feel the tailbone point upwards, the chest draw forwards. And then tucking the tail, rounding the back, push the mat away, really spread the shoulder blades. Last time, letting the belly drop, lift the head and chest up, draw it forwards. And then exhale, rounding into the back and chin to your chest. From here, staying in this angry cat shape, rock forwards and back. Just start to think about your wrists, think about your hands. Fingers nice and spread. Inner elbows facing each other. So a slight bend in your arms. And as you rock forwards and back, could you start to hover your knees off the floor? Just starting to think about that little bit of core now. Don't worry if it's too much. Sometimes for feet, this is a little bit too much, but see what you can manage. And then we'll lower the knees to the floor. Take the cow now, letting the belly drop and lifting the head, chest up. Where your hands are, put your elbows. And then wrap your hands around your elbows. Walk the elbows forwards. Rest your forehead on the floor. And feel that nice shape there through the spine. This practice, this yoga practice is all about reshaping the body into its more natural shape. So undoing the hours on the laptop, on the car, in the car, gardening, or doing whatever it is that you do, always forward. So it's nice just to open all that up. One more breath here. Try and let the chest sink. Forehead is on the floor though. Good. And then come back up. Pop the hands back where the elbows were. And take it into that angry cat again, chin to chest, really rounding into the back. So from here, tuck your toes under. Push the hips back into the heels. Feel the toes now. They're getting that little bit of a stretch there. Lift your knees up off the floor. And then start to straighten the legs into a little half down dog. So your knees are bent and, wiggle your hips from side to side here. Eventually the legs starting to straighten, hopefully. But if it means that when the legs are straight, you get a hunch in your back, it's much better to keep them bent. Press down through your left foot and lift your right leg up to the sky. Now don't open up the hip here, keep the right hip dropped. You're going to start to pulse the right leg for 5, 4, just pulsing up using the hamstring and the glute, 2, and 1. And then we can bring the knee into the nose and slot the foot next to the right hand. It might take a bit of a wiggle to get it there. Rock forwards and back. And then eventually lower your left knee to the floor. Come onto the fingertips, lift the head and chest. We're going to rock forwards and back from runner's lunge into this low lunge. Coming back onto the knee, right toes up to the sky. And then coming forwards into that right foot, drawing the chest forwards. And again, coming back onto the left knee, right toes to the sky. Sinking into the right foot, drawing the head chest forwards. The last time, coming back onto the left knee, right toes to the sky. And just walk your hands back, either side of your right leg. Point your right toes. Imagine your right leg moving into your right hip. Could you hover the right foot off the floor without cramping up your quads to use your core? Lower the right foot down. We're going to rebend into your right leg. Hands are either side of the front foot. Lift your back knee and take your front foot to the back. How's that right hip feel there? Take the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. And just see how you feel. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, push the mat away. Squeeze the hips up high. You're going to lift the left leg to the sky. Now you're starting to pulse the leg without opening the hip. So feel the hamstrings start to fire, feel the glutes start to fire. Keep it going for 3, 2, and 1. And then we can bring the knee into the nose. You're going to try and slot that foot next to your right thumb. Rock forwards and back, just start to explore that. Explore the shape, explore the sensations. Body slowly waking. And eventually, you're going to lower your right knee to the floor. Keep everything where it is. It's nice to be on your fingertips here, so you can really draw your chest forwards and sink into the front of that right hip. Well done, breathing in. Looks good from here, guys. And as you breathe out, come back onto your right knee, left toes to the sky. And that's it, good. Sink back into the left foot, just going, using movement to help us get into these bodies. Take it back onto the right knee, left toes up. How's that hamstring doing? Sink back into the left foot, draw the the chest forwards, guys, well done. Yeah, and then take it back onto your right knee, left toes to the sky. Now, walk your hands back, so there's a bit more support there. You could also have hands on a block. Point your left toes. Now feel the left leg move into that hip. And then belly draws back to hover the left foot off. It might just be a sensation rather than an action at the moment. Lower the left foot down if you lifted it, and then re-bend into that left leg. Tuck in your back toes, lift your back knee, and then let the front foot move to the back. Find your plank pose, and then hips up to the sky into your downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth and exhale, let it go. Lift your right leg to the sky. Keep the hips level and square. Don't open them up now. Pulse the leg. Now every pulse, try and get the leg a little bit higher. Higher, higher without opening the hip. Now bend the knee and you can open up the hip now. Send the knee up to the sky, open it up. With the hip nice and open, can you straighten the right leg? Yeah, with that hip nice and open, straighten it, lovely. And now try and lift the leg a bit higher with it open. Yeah, so it's like the outer seam of your shorts or leggings is lifting upwards towards the sky. Now try and keep that leg nice and high as you drop the right hip down so it joins the left hip that's level. Bring your knee into your nose and slot your right foot next to your right thumb. Come up into a high lunge, lift your arms up. Right, good. So now, a bit of a shocker. Bring your hands heart center. Gaze just forwards of your mat. Keep your hips level. Stand onto your right leg and start to lift your left leg up. Now once you find your warrior three, start to pulse the left leg. Might be awkward, don't worry about it. Breathe in and breathe out. Don't hold your breath. Keeping the body parallel to the floor, just lower your left foot next to your right. Inhale, lift the head and chest up. Exhale and fall forwards. How's that right leg feeling? Start to roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press your palms together, lift the arms up, thighs forwards, hips forwards. And then exhale forward and hinge from the hips. Have a bend in your knees as you go down. Now inhale, head, chest lifts. Feel that lift upwards. Exhale, plant the hands. Now you can jump back or step your feet back into your plank. And then go with your vinyasa. You can lower your knees or go down one long plank and elbows brush the rib cage. Come through your cobra, your upward facing dog. And then take it up and back into your downward facing dog. Breath in through your nose, push through the hands, see if that tailbone can get higher towards the sky. Nice, Sam, that looks good. Exhale, you're going to lift your left leg up to the sky. And every time you pulse the leg higher and higher, higher, to seeing how much space you can find. And then you're going to bend the left knee and open up the hip. So you're stacking that left hip on top of the right. With the left leg bent, you can straighten that left leg now. And then see if you can lift the leg higher. Yeah, but don't let the left chest open. Squeeze the left chest down. That's it, nice. Can the leg get a bit higher? Higher, higher. Good. Now keep the leg high as you drop the left hip back down. Then you can bring the knee into the nose. And slot the foot next to the left thumb. Wiggle it until you can get it there. We're going to come up into a high lunge, lifting your arms up. Now as you tuck your tail, can you feel the stretch through the front of that right thigh there? Then bring your hands heart center. And top tip, gaze just forwards of the mat. Keep your hips as they are. Right hip forwards, left hip all level. Jump onto the left leg and then start to raise your right leg up. Now how's that left hamstring? Is it stretching? Is it working? Can you pulse the right leg? Keeping those toes pointing downwards. Imagine the right leg is lying into the floor. Excellent. Keeping the back where it is. Just let your right foot land next to your left. Release the hands. Take a halfway lift. Lift the head and chest up. And then exhale and forward. Relax the tummy, the chest, the head down. And a bend in your knees is going to help you. Yeah, so relax. Bend the knees. Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press your palms together, lift the arms up, thighs forwards, hips forwards. And then exhale, fold, hinge from the hips. Hands to the floor, breathe in, lift the head and chest up. And then breathe out, you can jump back or step back, find your plank. Lower your knees or go down one long plank. Come through into your cobra, your upward facing dog. And then meet me in your downward facing dog. You've got one more flow, so take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Hopefully you feel a bit of heat starting to rise now. So let's keep going with that. Lift your right leg up. Pulse the leg for 5, 4, getting higher every time. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee and open up the hip. So enjoying each stage. Straightening your right leg, seeing if that right leg can get a bit higher. Keep the leg high as you drop the right hip down. Nice, bring your right knee into your nose, slot the foot next to your right thumb. Come up into your high lunge. Nice, good. Bring your hands heart center with confidence now into your warrior 3. Step onto your right leg, lift your left leg up. Right, pulse the left leg. See if you can keep that balance while moving the left leg. Good, so this time bring your left knee into your chest, come up to standing. Hug the left thigh in without using your hands. Okay, I'm going to turn to face you now. Remember when we were lying on our backs? Bring the left foot towards your face, the knee out to the side. Can you do this with your balance? Take the foot out to the side, the knee into the center. Inner and outer rotate the leg. 2 more times. Bring the left foot towards your face, open up the knee. And then take the foot over to the other side. Knee into the center. Lovely, guys. Well done. Hang tight. Bring the foot towards your face, open up the knee. Now bend your right leg, rest the left ankle onto the knee, send your hips back and sink into your funky chair. Arms come up. Nice, down. That's good. Sink down as you reach the hands forwards, push the hips back. Breathing in. This is an option. Stay here balancing or take the hands to the floor. Maybe you've got a little arm balance in your practice here. You can put the palms down, have the left foot hooked around the right arm, lift the right leg. If you know you can do that, if you can do that, go for it. Otherwise, coming back into the balance, bring your left knee back up to your chest. And I'm going to take the left leg all the way around in a big circle. I know the right leg is talking. Start to drop the left hip again. Straighten the left leg and bend the right knee. Hands come to the floor, front foot to the back. Vinyasa, go with your flow. What would you like to do? You could meet me in downward facing dog if you prefer. Take a big breath in once you get there. Nice sound, well done. Big breath out. Looking forward to the left side. Left leg lifts to the sky. Pulse the leg. Every pulse, get a bit higher. Enjoy the heat that you're creating. Then you can bend the knee and open up the hip. So you're sending the knee up to the sky, feeling the stretch through your right leg. Now straighten the left leg. Have you opened up the left chest? Can you drop the left chest down? Lift the left leg higher. Good. Keep the left leg high as you drop the left hip. Bring the knee into the nose. Slot your foot next to your left thumb. Come into your high lunge. Enjoy the stretch through the front of the right hip there. So nice and confident, hands heart center. Now stand onto this left leg and lift your right leg. That's it. Now don't let the right hip open. Pulse the leg. Use your hamstring, use your glute. Can you bring your right thigh into your chest now? Squeezing the knee up. Yeah, don't use your hands. Imagine you're lying down on the floor now. See if that helps your balance. You're going to bring your right foot towards your face, the knee out to the side. And then alternate it. So you go in inner and outer rotating. See how the leg feels in the hip as you move it. You've done lots of work on your hips. So we're prepped for this. Last time, foot out to the side, knee to the center. Looking good. If you fall, just come back into it. Foot towards the face, bend the left knee, ankle onto the thigh, sink into your funky chair, reach your arms forwards. Now, if you know you can do the arm balance, go for it. You can take your hands to the floor. That's it. Make sure the foot is hooked around the ankle. Otherwise, if you're balancing, hold it there. Good. Maybe that leg lifts. Take one more breath. Well done, guys. Good, Katerina. Well done. Coming back into your funky chair if you went into the arm balance and lifting your arms up. Hands heart center, we'll come to standing, bringing the right knee back up to your chest. I know the left leg's talking, hang tight. Take the right leg all the way around in a big circle. Really explore the mobility in your hip now. Drop the right hip, extend your right leg, bend your left leg, hands to the floor, front foot to the back. Your vinyasa, your way. You can also just meet me in downward dog. Excellent, good. We'll all meet in downward dog. Big breath in once you get there. Open mouth and exhale, let it go. Good. So come up high onto your toes. Bring yourself forwards into your plank pose. Once you're in plank, bring your elbows where your hands are. And then interlace the fingers. Good. Hold it there, just tucking the tail but drawing the chest forwards. Lower your knees to the floor and release your feet. Now you're going to let the thighs touch the floor first, then the pubic bone, then the hips. Keep your chest lifted and draw it through, lifting the chest up now. Keep pressing down through your pubic bone and keep drawing the chest forwards. Feel the strength through your forearms. Tuck your toes, tuck your tail, lift your hips up, back into your plank. We try that one more time. Lower the knees, release the feet, and really explore lowering the thighs, lowering the pubic bone, hips, pushing through the elbows to lift the head, chest up. Seeing if you can feel all that mobility you've created in your spine. Tucking the toes, lifting the legs, and then pushing up into your plank. Good. From here, bring your right knee out to the right side, in line with your right hip, and slide the body back onto the mat. So I'll show you on my left side so you can see. Have a little look at the leg. Have you got your ankle right below your knee? And can you feel the inner thigh on the floor there? You take your left arm underneath you towards your right knee. Now we want to have your chest square onto the floor there. It's a bit awkward. Right fingers to the top of the mat, chin towards the floor. So try not to open up the right rib cage. Try and drop it down now. It's a little bit awkward, but very nice for the outer left arm. I want you to think about your inner right knee and inner right ankle. Can you press down through them? Just trying to find that space in the inner right thigh, as well as pushing down through the top of your left foot. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice. So bringing the right hand back in and the left arm back in. Extend your right leg straight. Now we'll take the left arm out to the side now, and it's in line with your left shoulder. Right hand flat on the floor by your right chest. And you peel your right hip back on top of the left foot, lands behind the left leg. Yes, good. Enjoy the stretch now through the shoulder. Yeah, the outer shoulder. So it's inner and outer hips, inner and outer shoulder. Every breath, try and relax into it. Preparing you for your day now. And then carefully bring your body back down onto the mat. We'll bring your left hand in, shake out that left shoulder. So now coming to the left leg, bring your left knee in line with the left hip, left foot in line with the left knee. Pick yourself up and you're going to slide your right arm underneath your body to the left side. And we don't want to open up the left chest here. We want the left chest towards the floor, forehead towards the floor. Yeah, now don't worry if it feels a bit tight and you want to keep your chest lifted a little bit. I'm going to do that on this side. You don't want to overstretch, but just listen to your body, see what you can manage. But definitely push down through the inner left knee, in the left ankle. It's that reaching forwards of the left hand as well that helps you just see if you can get deeper into it. Good. And then we can bring the left hand in and take your right arm out to the side. Extend the left leg straight. Left hand is flat on the floor by your chest. And then you peel the left hip back on top of the right. Rest your head on the floor and just explore it. How does the stretch feel? Are you breathing? And let the breath help slow everything down. Take one more breath. And release, bringing your belly back down onto the mat. And then we can bring your right arm back in, shake out all of that. Forearms on the floor. Now have a look, make sure your elbows are right below your shoulders here. Palms flat down. Now just relax your back, let your hips move from side to side. And then feel the opposite of that. Push down through your feet, tuck your tail under, and then try and draw your chest forward. So it should lift the lower part of your belly off the floor. Keep lifting the chest up, or it's that feeling of lifting up off the floor. Take one more breath. You're going to let your chest drop now, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then do the opposite of that, round into the back and chin to chest. 2 more times, just letting the chest drop, squeeze the shoulder blades together, you can lift the head up, and then rounding into your back, chin to your chest. Last time, just letting the chest drop, see if you can draw the head chest forwards, and push through the forearms, and round into the back, chin to chest. Lower yourself all the way back down onto the mat. Take your hands underneath your shoulders now, and then just push your hips back into your child's pose. Relax tummy, chest, head down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just enjoying the journey that you've been on, and that journey through your body this morning. Journeying through your hips, your shoulders, your spine. All that heat and energy that you've created. We'll carefully walk the hands back up so you lift yourself up to seated. Roll onto one side and take your legs out in front. Bend your knees, have your feet flat, and then start to lower down onto your back. Now think about that 90 degrees shape with your arms. Bring your hands into fists and feel the backs of the arms pressing into the floor, the fists pointing upwards. Breath in, belly, body expands. As you breathe out, push down through your feet. Start to move through the spine, tucking the tail. Lift the hips up and press into the back of the arms.
The more you press into the back of the arms, can you puff your chest up higher? Yeah, it's like you're puffing your chest up higher towards the sky. Use the backs of the arms, fists with the hands. Lovely. Keep the hands where they are and then lower the spine down. Use the backs of the arms to support you as you lower the spine down. Try that one more time, pushing down through the feet, through the backs of the arms, tucking the tail, lifting the hips up. And as you push through the arms, can you push the chest through the arms? Can you squeeze the knees towards the front of the mat as you lift the front of the hips up? And then let the spine lower down nice and slowly. Now I want you to do that one more time or come into a wheel. So the fingers will go towards the shoulders if you're doing wheel. Palms flat onto the floor. Push down through your feet, same thing here. But now instead of pushing into the backs of the arms, you push it into your hands and that pushes your chest through. And see where you want to go with it. Breathing in doesn't need to be big, you just need to feel the stretch in your bridge or in your wheel. Carefully lowering yourself back down. And once you're down, taking your feet as wide as the mat and just windscreen wiper the legs. The last cut pose can be anything that you want, but I'll give you two options also. So you could come into happy baby, holding onto the outer edges of the feet, or you can take the legs up and over your head into your plow pose. And if there's another pose you want to do, some of you guys are headstanders, handstanders. Maybe you want to do some pigeons. Yeah. Or happy baby, plow pose are perfect. Plow pose is the perfect finish. Whichever shape you're in, just breathing mindfully. And coming out of whatever shape you're in, unless you want to spend a bit more time exploring. But we're going to make our way into Shavasana, taking the feet to the corners of the mat, hands down by your side and palms faced up towards the sky. If there's another shape that you prefer, then go for it. That's it. Just taking this time to notice the journey that you've been on. Maybe there's been a lot of mind stuff happening with you today in your practice. Just noticing that. Maybe there's distractions pulling you out of this moment, and that's fine. Whatever's happening, just allow yourself to settle for a moment. So we've run out of time here in this moment, but if you want to be in Shavasana for a little bit longer, you can. If you're ready to start to move, then you can breathe a little bit deeper. Start to bring movement into your fingers and your toes, just reawakening yourself. Big yawn as you reach your arms above the head. Do that lovely full body stretch. And then roll over onto the right hand side into a fetal shape. So good, guys. Well done. Keeping your eyes closed, come up to seated. Sit in any shape that feels comfortable for you. Hands heart center, thumbs push into your chest bone. Sing gratitude to yourselves for getting up, getting on your mat, taking this time for you. And take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it all go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Have a lovely day.